It's the Don't Make It Weird podcast with your hosts, Daniel and Dina Saurus.
Hello there, good friends. I don't even know what accent that was, but welcome to the Don't Make It Weird podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Daniel Quigley, and we are the writing, comedy, storytelling podcast for the writing community, by the writing community. And guys, I'm joined, as always, by my faithful counterpart, the bodacious, buxom bride of the bard herself, Dina Saurus.
I almost forgot when to come in. A dead ass.
Title of my sex tape?
God damn it. Daniel.
Hi, Dina. How are you?
So, I have a mini story because when I was getting ready to come record, my husband saw me and he was like, "Are you wearing makeup?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Do you record tonight?" And I was like, "Yeah, you think that I look like this for you?"
Whoa.
He was so offended.
As he should be. As he should be. And for the audio only listeners, Dina literally looks like she's got clown makeup on. She's been practicing for the circus. So she's got literally makeup, like a big red nose. It's the whole thing. You know, like but yeah, don't watch. Just like and subscribe. It's fine. You can trust me, guys.
Like and subscribe. Never watch.
Yeah,
Never
absolutely. Watch. Absolutely. But you know, this is gonna be a special episode, Dina. I'm incredibly excited about this because normally we have family episodes, we have guest episodes, but what happens when the guest becomes family? What do we do?
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone. And
so guys,
somebody's watching me.
Oh my god. Because guys, we are going to be joined this week by a best friend of this show, a family member of this show. Our guest this week is an author, an educator, a martial artist, a self-professed synthwave addict, and one half of the Quarantine Book Club podcast. His magical Western fantasy novel, His Ragged Company, A Testimony of Elias Faust, is available on Amazon and on Audible. Welcome back, best friend, Rance Demetrius Denton.
I think that's Hey friends, how you doing? I feel really good to be considered family. That just means that I can no longer look at any of you lasciviously anymore.
What do you mean, step bro?
I'm so glad for that. Oh.
Drink to that, I'm stuck.
Oh my god.
Hey friends, I hope you guys are doing good. Thanks for having me on again here.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for you to be here.
Welcome.
Because guys, this episode we are going to be arguing Shakespeare. And Rance, being a Civil War reenactor, is definitely the best person to be a Shakespeare expert. Would you say that's correct, Rance?
You know, did you pull that one out of your ass?
Yes, absolutely, I did.
or that's indicative of your own research. Yeah, I mean, there's a big connection between especially like early 1800s American like just literature in general and Shakespeare and the consumption of it. So like, yeah, I'm all about it. Dina, you're gonna start to get bored.
Those things are not connected.
They
no,
are.
Sir.
They absolutely are, and I'll tell you how about tonight. Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Well, you know what? We have a third member. Well, technically now a fourth member of the team that helps us kind of keep everything reined in.
Did you just downgrade Sean?
No,
he might be family.
Maybe.
I
easily moved back.
I've sent what was our word, lascivious things enough to Sean already. So this is gonna be a very proper intro, guys.
Sutilating.
It's very sutilating.
I saw sutilating in a book.
Oh, that's
Studio.
Studio. But guys, I have to introduce him, okay? This is gonna be appropriate.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Everyone lock it up.
But your intros suck.
Yeah. Dina, I don't like the negative energy.
He's gonna do a Romeo speech, isn't he? Bet.
Absolutely. I'm gonna do straight from the bard himself. Because you know what, guys? Our producer's so scandalous. I know another producer can't handle this. He's cooking that thing like duck penis with a look in his eyes so devilish. He likes to dance all the safety dance spots, and he likes his sentient breasts to connect the dots. Not just cilantro, he likes ranch soda pop because he was living La Vida Liver. He has buffaloes like a truck, Truck loves boneless wings. Like what? Dina, move your butt. I think I'll sing it again. Let me see that Sean.
Was that your way of rapping?
I think that may be one of the best intros that you've done. That was phenomenal.
That was a good
so
one.
much to process in there. I'm gonna have to watch it back and just visualize.
Just like with Shakespeare, it only makes sense if you turn your brain off.
Oh Lord, Dina's coming in hot. Jesus, how's it going, Rance? Welcome back, buddy.
Hey, buddies, welcome back. Except to you, Dina.
We're all friends
did I just
here.
say welcome back to you as well? Like to the to the podcast?
Enjoy your mail to the server move that people do awkwardly.
I did. I do that a lot too, and I get really mad at myself when I do it right there in that moment.
I do it on purpose. You too.
Yeah.
I panic.
You too.
You
and
panic?
Stuff.
I straight up panic if I say it, because like I start to say it and I'll be like, you have a nice day,
And then finger guns.
and I'm not going anywhere.
Finger guns up. That's a key. Yep. No, but you want to know the worst, and we've all done it. It's the ending a conversation with "I love you" to a total fucking stranger because you're used to saying this to like your family.
No, wait.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. In deaf culture, you end conversations with "I love you," no matter who they are.
Really?
So I literally say it multiple times a day to complete strangers. I'll just be like, yeah, I love you too. And then it like carries over into my regular day-to-day life, and I want to blow my brains out. Oh my God.
So
is there a correlation there between like ending a conversation with "I love you" and then just like is it a phrase with multiple meanings, like "I love you" to someone that you love, or just it also translates to like "see you later"?
Right. So you could do that, or like it's more casual. Like if you're shaking your hand, it's really casual, and then if it's just like your hand is not moving, it's
so what
like,
is it? Is it
serious,
just this?
like the intimate love?
Okay, so
Yeah,
it's like a
with
little
your
bit
pinky,
like
you know?
okay.
Yeah, it's like
and then
when
you
you're
shake
going
it,
to a
and that's,
metal
like,
concert.
Casual, like
Yeah.
love you, bro.
Yeah.
Just like that, yeah.
So I mean, so if that bleeds into your regular life, Dina, I feel like a lot of your husband's friends have some very confused feelings about their relationship with you.
Oh yeah, yep, I start off everything with just like, hey, love you, just so that we can get it out of the way.
Just knock it out early. Just
I called my mom babe by accident once.
Hey, what's up, babe?
No, it was all right.
Oh my God.
It was like, it was one of those like end of the call, like, "Okay, love you, babe," or something like that. You know, like your wires are crossed. You think you're talking to your partner, and it's really your mom. Yeah.
I called my mom
How
dude
did
today.
you? I call my mom dude all the time. That's
Okay,
nothing.
and I apologized to her because not only did I not want to, like, I don't know, I felt weird calling my mom dude. I was like, "I'm sorry, mom." She's like, "I don't give a fuck." It's like, okay, thanks, cool.
But hold on, I got to go back into
bro.
this with you, Sean. How did she react when you called her babe?
She knew exactly what had happened. She knew where the wire had crossed and was like, "I know, it's okay." Like she knew that for a moment I thought I was saying goodbye to my partner, you know, and yeah.
I Got You, Mom is my favorite Cher song.
Oh, I thought we were going to do the
God, Rance.
Call me babe.
All right, let's get back on track, you guys. So just a reminder for the audience, we have an ongoing drinking game. If you hear the buzzer, that means it's time to drink. Also, Rance is a lifelong player of Buffalo. He is a righty. He's drinking with his left hand tonight. If you catch any of us drinking with our right hand tonight, let us know on Twitter at DMIW Podcast. And on that note,
1, 2, 3. It's time to drink. Sounds remarkably familiar.
Yeah, no, this is an original audio
PTSD.
bit. Yeah,
Who the hell is that
audio
guy?
bit.
that was me just coughing at the end.
Yeah,
I don't know who sang it though.
Yeah, some asshole.
Some asshole. So
some quickly balding asshole.
Oh Jesus. So Ransworth, what are you drinking today, buddy?
I am drinking. Thank you so much for asking, by the way. I'm drinking a Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, which is You know, remarkably good. It's an orange, and I've got a lime for in just a little bit when I can no longer taste things.
Once again, your taste is wrong.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, that's a little judgmental. Yeah.
But I like it. I like it.
The Bud Light sodas are gross.
I haven't tried it, but I heard you and
it tastes like straight sugar. Sorry.
I heard you and Bob talking about it on your show, and it made me want to try it, but not today.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
And yeah, well, you want to know what else is pretty good, Dina? What are you drinking today, buddy?
Did you call her
I'm
Dina?
Pinot Noir.
Yes.
Dina, yeah.
Dina.
Yeah, Dina is a great nickname for her. Yeah.
Adding a fur to the name.
I had an intrusive thought earlier that I should pour it into my plant that's here because I haven't watered it in a couple days, but I resisted that thought.
That's
so
smart.
Pretty proud of myself.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. I am drinking the first Atlanta beer, which is Sweetwater 420. Because Atlanta was draconian. Now it's got a ton of microbreweries and a great freaking local beer scene. But for the longest time, this was the only beer you could get in Atlanta that wasn't fucking Bud Light.
Did they put mouth drugs in that? It does say 420.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
definitely.
I hope so. Rance, do you want to do mouth drugs on the show together?
Let's
we can
just
my mom
let's
later.
Let's just do
it.
That, like, I don't know what doing mouth drugs would entail, but to me, that's what it did.
Oh, I didn't know it was not mouth shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, the original plan was suppository drugs, but, you know,
okay.
I don't think we
have
time to do that. Yeah.
Did you guys
Those
ever...
are only fun with a partner.
Did you guys ever... Did you guys ever hear about people, like, dipping tampons in vodka and putting them in their rear ends?
Yeah, because it apparently absorbs quicker to the
Can't you get
intestine.
toxic shock from that and, like, die?
Yes,
I don't
absolutely.
know. I don't know. We're about to be three men talking about tampons and toxic shock. I don't think we have
Dina,
any
hold your tongue. Let us talk about this, okay? We're the experts.
Oh my God, wait.
As a man.
What if somebody had the horrible idea, which you should never do, to put a shot of vodka in their Diva cup? Don't do that, audience, but that's where my brain went.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my God, wait, you could sneak it into a baseball
No, you can't. We don't endorse any of this behavior. Don't do this, kids.
Don't do that, people. You will actually probably die.
You could just
probably die.
But like, okay, wait a second.
Okay.
But so are you talking about when you say sneaking it in, that suggests to me that you will remove it and then drink of it later.
Take a shot, yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to like sit there with your legs up in the air and like, let me shake it in.
Do you know how much liquor costs at events, man? It's worth it.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. It's awful.
It's worth dying.
I like this. Like, hey, just work on your contortionist act, and
all you gotta do is do a handstand and shimmy a little bit, and you're good.
What if you just get like a really long straw and people just see you drinking from your crotch?
It's like one of those.
It's like the
hydro
wine bra
packs.
2.0.
Oh God, you could really fuck with someone. Like, what if you like carry in like a Bloody Mary or something like that?
Good Lord. Okay. Okay.
No, we gotta move on.
Okay.
We gotta move on.
Daniel, thanks for asking.
God.
I'm drinking Bud Light.
Sean, what are you drinking, buddy?
I'm drinking Bud Light because it's cheap and I can have like 10 of them without getting hammered. So,
there you go, Andre the Giant.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Seriously, God, could you imagine the prank? Like that's
hey, Daniel,
one of those TikTok pranks. Yeah, sorry.
Let's whatever's in your brain,
shut the fuck
let
up.
it shoot out the other ear, and let's move on to the accountability buddy segment.
Okay. All right, guys, it's time for the accountability buddy segment. This is the This is the segment that we in no way stole from our best friends at the
We have issues podcast.
I knew that. You can say
We Have Issues podcast. Anthony and Stevie. This is 100% original, just like the Time to Drink song that we just played. And I don't know. I'm now worried about my memory, and I might consult a doctor after this because
too many mouth drugs.
Yeah, too many mouth drugs. This is why
You're hanging out with me too much, honestly.
I'm catching the Dina. I'm catching the Dina memory.
Goldfish.
So this is the portion where we kind of go over where we are in our professional lives, what we're working on, and how it's going or not going. You know, whichever. So Dina, would you like to go first?
I would love to go first. Thank you, bitch.
Actually, Rance, could you go first?
I'm gonna pass this one.
Bit.
Okay, hold on. I'm really sorry to encourage this behavior, but that was actually really good. He nailed
Kudos,
it.
Dan. Kudos. Wait, so now do I actually go, or do I just pass it back to Dina?
Yeah.
No, you definitely go. You have to go.
I definitely go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm actually doing pretty well. I'm trying to get back into my habit of my habitual writing. I think anyone out there knows that you can write, and then when you stop, just like anything else, whether it's exercise or any good habits that you do, it's so easy to fall out of it, but it's so damn hard to jump back on that train. And I am finally back on right now I'm keeping myself to about 1,000 to 1,500 words a day. So the past, I would say 8 to 9 days, I've put out 13,000 words.
89 days.
Hey.
And I don't know if they're good, but I'm doing it.
Hey, that's a win, man. That's huge. So what you're saying is you're not like my replacement Alex James, where you're waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning and just knocking out like 5,000 words a day.
How does that happen?
I don't know, but it offended a lot of people on Twitter. People listened to that. Writers listened to that and went, "Fuck you, Alex."
Fuck you for having self-control like that.
Creativity, that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's right. He's
although I think when you hit that flow, like you know where you're going with something and you just feel those words. I'm starting to get that point. I mean, I think when you're excited about something, you can just knock it out.
Oh, I'm dead inside that.
You've been killing it lately, though, man.
It's true.
You have been killing it lately.
I fell asleep writing today.
Good.
So, not really.
That's because you dropped down to 8 hours of sleep instead of 9.
I got 500 words out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Good. You fell asleep.
I decreased my sleep.
Oh. I'm saying good as in like you were dedicated enough to doing it in that moment that you fell asleep, and that's all right.
Yeah. Absolutely. Dina,
that was such a teacher thing to say. Thank you, Rand.
Shakespeare is a good dude, you know?
Fuck.
He's not. He's a literal piece of
Save it for the discussion, you guys.
Save it. I will have order in my court.
He's like gonna shit himself. Daniel, what have you been up to? Oh, wait.
Yeah?
Rance.
Yeah.
Rance.
Yeah.
How are things going with our super secret project?
I mean, fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't think you had actually started.
No. I have. Fine is all I can say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's fair. I really thought I was going to catch you and be like, oh my God, it's due the 12th. Shit.
No, fine.
Damn it.
We are making progress, baby. I'm excited.
On a super secret project.
Super secret project.
Dina, but if it's super secret, we can't talk about it.
We don't talk about super secret project.
Super secret thing before.
We do not talk.
We don't talk. Daniel, how much have you written in the last 2 days since we last recorded?
Way to pull back the layers of the potatoey curtain here, Dina. I actually have not done anything since our last recording. I've been totally useless. That said, my dev edits are starting this week, and my editor is slowly reaching out, and I should buy her wine or chocolate or whatever she requires, because she's about to get into a big undertaking where commas make no sense and words just...
They're made up.
There was a lot of silence there.
Words just...
That was yeah. That's kind of... My sentences just stop.
No, hold on. I'm still waiting. Yeah.
Daniel, are you dead inside? What's happening, my man? Do we need an intervention? What's going on? Like, I feel like
a stroke.
No,
he's probably on the pot again, Rance.
I'm not on the pot. I don't do the pot. But listen, no, I was trying to make a joke about my sentences not ending, and it was funnier in my head, and it didn't work.
I appreciate you, Dan. I appreciate you, family.
But listen, it's been a rough day, because so can I, Sean, can you hit the piano music?
Oh my God.
So today, so backstory. One of my best friends, Josh, he bought a hardcover of the Heroes anthology by Lost Boys Press that me and Dina are both featured in, like 6 months ago. Basically immediately once the book came out. It hasn't been 6 months, but anyways. But he shipped it to my house so I could sign it for him and send it back to him, because he lives in California. I'm really bad at sending mail, so I've held on to this thing for like 3 months at this point. And
okay, we need to make a deal here.
Hold on. No, but hold on.
Send him his, because I was planning on shipping you your birthday present that I bought back in May. I haven't shipped it to you yet. I was planning on bringing it on the flight.
Oh.
But you're not gonna get it until you give Josh his fucking book.
So here's where the story
let him finish.
Yeah, this is where the story gets good. So today, being the proactive, productive member of society that I am, I wrote a nice little chicken scratch message to him because my handwriting's terrible. Yeah. I signed it, brought it to FedEx, paid for shipping, shipped it to him.
Expensive.
So proud. I'm so proud of you right now.
You should probably hold on that for a second. I shipped it to our friend Chris in Sacramento.
How the fuck did you do that?
Okay, I'll explain. So we keep track.
How did you do that, Dan?
We have like our own Discord server for like all our best friends from high school, and we have a particular channel on that server where we keep track of everyone's contact information.
In town.
And our friend Josh had posted our friend Chris's new address and labeled it as Chris, but Daniel just saw that Josh was the one who posted it and used that address.
Yeah. Just a minute of critical thinking would have prevented
Daniel
this.
has been to Josh's house multiple times. He knows what city he is in. Yeah. He's from this area, so he knows the area. It's not like he was confused about like one address is not even close to the other.
Yeah.
Dan, that's how'd you do that? I don't ever go to send mail as Mick Arcade. Shout out Mick Arcade knows, because I still, like a year ago, I have to give him an autographed copy of His Ragged Company. I just haven't. And I think at this point it's just a bit. I know where people live. Enough to know if I'm writing, because you have to write it down or deliver that address to someone who's going to print it out and smack it on that.
Yeah, he made me repeat it multiple times to get the spelling right and everything like that. So there was no excuse. This was not
I want to hear next time that you accountability isn't about writing. It's about, did you take care of your brain in some capacity? Have you seen someone? Have you gotten any tests? Are you sleeping properly? Have you taken in the blood of a fresh being to refresh your own? Like, I want to know about your health, not about your writing anymore.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. I'll definitely do a health and mental exercises break. So on the bright side, Josh is now going to have his book in the same time zone as him. It's what, 2-3 hour drive?
3 hours.
Oh my God, it's that far away.
Oh yeah. No, it's not.
He's going to deliver a book for you 3 hours away. He's literally going to do the thing that you could have had the mail company do. Mail company.
It's cheaper to ship it with gas prices these days.
So that's
you've created a clusterfuck.
A giant clusterfuck. So
you could probably call FedEx and ask them, because you're the shipper. I've done this before. You can ask them to redirect to a different address, just so you know.
I will look into this. Is that a thing?
Wow, Dan, that was a really unhelpful response to Dina's suggestion. Just the long, I could give a shit less what you suggested.
No, I just didn't know that was even an option. And then I was thinking about, like,
if you have your receipt and tracking information, you can call them and ask to redirect.
Did you watch Dan's face just shatter in that moment? And it was like he was already like
more work.
Yeah. I a lot more don't actually give a fuck what you're saying, Dina.
No.
He was just thinking about the additional word for sure.
That is a very good idea, or whatever he said. I just felt how much bullshit it was.
No, that was not. Oh my God.
So Josh, just so you know, I got your back, and Danny doesn't give a shit about you.
No. Fuck. All right. Dina, talk to us about what you've been doing with your writing and probably, not mismailing things.
You want me to go a second time?
You didn't go the first time, so we made Rance go. No. Fuck you guys. She did not. He has not answered. She is not answered already. I'm not fucking crazy. Sean,
don't gaslight me.
Sean,
I already win.
Sean, what did she say? Sean, what did she say?
I can even repeat what she said, Daniel.
Tell me what she said, Rance.
And I'm watching producer Sean behind him. I'm watching him play. I'm watching E2 M3 Refinery in the background. She said that she fell asleep after writing 500 words today.
Shit, she did fucking say that.
Francis is an active listener. Confirmed.
Do more mouth drugs.
I at this point, I just need to do drugs. Like, I think this is...
Then you'd have an excuse at least.
I didn't sleep last night, guys. I didn't sleep, and now
I'm sorry. I understand that inability.
I deserve this.
To sleep.
I deserve this.
I took a nice nap.
Yeah, I should have taken a nap instead of mocking Dina for her 9 hours of sleep that I'm incredibly envious of. All right, but you want to know what we will never... John? What have you been working on, buddy? Or have you already...
Oh, did you forget me again, buddy? Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kind of tease something that we've been talking about behind the scenes, but it's not in stone yet, so I don't want to officially announce it, but we are possibly going to have a gaming stream in August that is inspired by the Clueless Gamer segment on Conan O'Brien. Dina is not much of a gamer, so we're going to kind of throw her to the wolves and make her play games for the first time and just kind of talk shit while she does it. And it may happen to involve our friend Thomas Staples, who is championing a game release about that same time. So nothing is truly in stone yet, but hopefully we get that all together and get to do that live and possibly on our Twitch channel as well. So
that's a good little tease. That's a tease.
I can see Rance wanting to ask if he can join.
No. Wasn't that? I'm all about watching that. I was actually the biggest thing I want to know is what game were you going to play?
I don't know. I showed my husband the trailer, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
it's the game that Staples is working on.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's the game that
the game would be Great
Force,
working on, which is the game that he and I guess they're rebranding, Dina. So I don't know what to call them.
Dina, there's a demo online that you can practice.
No practice. Don't give her. Don't let her.
The whole point is she's getting thrown in blind and has to play for the first time live.
Right. You can't play ever before then.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Right. Never.
No winking, sir.
Okay, I won't wink.
Okay, yeah. That is... For the audio-only listeners, Rance is now...
Like and subscribe.
He might have, like, a nervous twitch at this point. His eyes are blinking like crazy. It's fucking ridiculous. But you want to know what? I need more teases in my life. Because that was a solid tease, Sean, and I want some more teasing. I want to edge a little bit here. Dina, what? What the
fuck is wrong with you?
This guy wants to edge. Edge me, daddy.
Oh, no.
Your laugh gets me every damn time. You know, why don't you tease the audience? Give them a little tickle. Tell us what we have in store for story time.
So, shout out to Rebecca Mickelson for helping me redo my taglines because everyone that she redoes that I've been like cycling through several times finally wins. So, today we're going to tell the story about the time that I threw a party and poisoned everybody allegedly.
Allegedly. God, was this Fernando's first time back?
This was Fernando was there.
Fernando was at the party?
Oh my God, yeah.
R.I.P.
I totally forgot that the whole gang was there.
Oh God. All right, the biker gang, shout out.
I don't know if I poisoned them.
Okay, hold on. Breaks.
Hold on.
It's not Tory time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, not Tory time?
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's not Tory time.
Not Tory time.
We're all tongue-tied today.
It is, we're all doing the mouth drugs today,
Does
guys.
my presence cause you all to experience what it would feel like if you did mouth drugs?
I'm a little distraught.
It's so
because
stimulating.
you're looking at us differently. Now that we've called you family, you're looking at us differently, and now I feel.
What do you mean I'm looking at you differently?
So.
You're looking at me like I'm stuck in the dryer, Rance.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable. Yeah.
Okay, do you guys want to play a game?
Yes, I do. I'm so excited about this one.
You're stuck in the dryer. Like an old ass sock, an old crusty sock. Dude, Mom, this guy knows where my bust socks are.
Oh, no, not the bust sock.
Oh.
I turned around and Dina's just gone. I turned away for the bust socks joke. Dina's gone.
Step sock.
Yep. Step sock. Oh, fuck. I'm so sorry, Dina. You are massively outnumbered in inappropriateness right now.
That's fine.
Okay.
Hey, guys, I have to do my compliance training tomorrow.
Oh, congrats.
Did you write it on your cup? What a smart idea.
Yeah, that's a smart idea.
I've forgotten so many times. Yeah.
So, Sean, we're about to take a new game out for a ride, and I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. I want this to be good. Tell the folks what we're going to be playing today.
Well, we're going to play a brand new game, a brainchild of Daniel. My God,
that's why we're nervous.
Daniel created a brand new game that Dina already hates because she's going to have to improvise something on the fly. It's called Pitch a Story. So in this game, I'm going to use a random word generator to generate 2 nouns and a verb. We're going to go around to each person one at a time. Each person will have 30 seconds to pitch a story off the top of their head using the words provided. And we'll draw new words a couple more times, and everyone will rotate the order. So someone new goes first each time.
Do we do know what nouns and verbs are, right?
Unclear.
Okay. Cool. That makes it even better.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's only adjectives that I don't know. Still don't know. Ask my editor.
Adverbs. You know adjectives.
She's in hell.
Oh my God. Gina, what's an adverb?
Oh my God. Please.
It describes a verb.
Ends in ly.
Yeah. ly. All right, you guys. So,
my pucker factor.
I right or wrong?
My pucker factor was so tight in that moment. I was like, I'm about to argue Shakespeare with someone who didn't know what an adverb was. I was gonna have a bad case of diarrhea instantly, like right here.
No, it's adjectives that I.
No, you were fine. You got it. You got it. What's an adjective?
No.
Oh my God.
It ends in ly.
No,
oh my God.
Dina, no.
I'm
She's a writer.
No, he's a writer. Okay. We're all writers. He's a really good writer too. A really good one.
You know what? But that's the truth, though, is that you don't have to. You don't. The rules themselves, like they're guidelines, but you don't have to know any of that shit to be a good writer, right? Like I'm saying that in support of you, Dina. Like I think all that stuff is really pedantic at some point.
She knows a lot more than me.
Your students, France.
Well, no. Teach them the basics first, and then at some point you learn to do it by feel as opposed to
rule. You guys
right?
remember sentence diagrams?
Yeah, I hate sentence diagrams. Fuck those things. They're stupid and waste.
Oh, I fucking love them.
Oh,
I was
really?
so good at them.
Well, clearly they taught you what an adjective
but
was.
Now
so.
I can't tell you what an adjective is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
throw
it in the trash.
She was in high school when she was 9, so that's out the window at this point.
No.
My brain wasn't fully developed until this year, guys.
My brain's still not fully developed. In fact, I've been destroying it constantly.
Regressing.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Daniel is going to go first since this game was his idea. Dina will go second. Our guest Rance will go third. We'll all use the same 3 words for different pitches in this first round, and the words are locket, ding, ocean, and summon. 30 seconds on the clock, Daniel. Go.
Well, guys, let me tell you all about the steamiest rom-com of all time. There's this chick, and she's gonna find a locket that's, just washed out by the ocean, and it summons Cthulhu. This is called Romancing the Demon, and this is all about tentacles. It's gonna have squids. It's gonna be the hottest piece of romantic, sexy comedy of all time, and I cannot wait for you guys to publish it. Publish it now. It's got Victor Milan's endorsement. This is from beyond the grave. That's how powerful Cthulhu
is. Did this guy start out talking about a romance and said, "There's this chick"?
There's this chick. Absolutely.
There's this broad.
All right.
Can you tell me the 3 words again?
Dinosaurus. Locket, ocean,
summon.
And summon. 30 seconds on the clock for Dinosaurus starts now.
There is this mermaid that finds a locket at the bottom of the ocean, and it gives her magical ability to go on land. She starts to look for love because the ocean doesn't have love, and she finds it, and she's torn between two worlds, between the ocean and land. Ugh! Suck it! Okay.
What does she
Little
summon?
Mermaid?
Oh, shit, is that the Little Mermaid? She summons an ancient curse upon the land.
Dina just pitched
the ocean don't got no love.
Dina just pitched the Little Mermaid. You know what just happened?
Real to me.
If she pitched that to Disney, they'd be like, we're making that movie and we're going to cast it with real people and we're just going to re-release the same fucking thing. All right.
There you go.
Mr. Rance Demetrius Denton.
You got it.
It was so real in my head.
God, I'm ready to go.
Locket, ocean, and summon. 30 seconds starts now.
Okay. In 1789, Susanna looked out across the ocean, gently touching the locket given to her by her long-lost husband. And as she looked up at the sky, she drops it and loses it forever into the sea. 200 years later, a young man named Simon is walking along that beach and he discovers a locket that washes up. Can Simon find out to whom this locket once belonged? And will they be able to kindle love across 200 years?
God damn it, that's a good one, Rance. That's a good book pitch.
I'm writing that shit because the ocean ain't got no love.
So
hold on.
Will there be any chicks in there?
Was there? I didn't.
There's
remind me. Did we hear summon in the pitch? I didn't hear summon in the pitch. Was summon in the pitch?
No, it wasn't. I didn't get there yet. Fuck.
No.
So Rance is disqualified.
I said Simon, though.
You did say Simon. You know what? The character's name is Summon.
Simon.
I appreciate that because the ocean don't got no love.
Hey, listen, no one said you had to use the words as they're defined. Like they can be used as proper nouns if you want.
No, I think that's bullshit. I think I fucked up.
Right,
but now, but the locket summons this girl from 200 years into the past.
That was where I was going with it, but I went too far.
Yeah. No,
I lost it.
God damn.
Sorry, guys.
Good fucking pitch, though.
All right.
Sean, who won that first round?
I really pitched the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, you did.
You pitched the Little Mermaid.
It's gonna fucking haunt me.
I think it's clear that Daniel won because he used all the words. Daniel won. He used all the words.
Cthulhu, baby.
He, of course, had to throw a squid in there because it's a romance, and Daniel will never write a romance without a squid. Dina actually did great, but she pitched a movie that already exists. Rance would have won had he used all three words that were criteria for the game. So,
I fucked that up.
So basically,
idiot.
Listen, Daniel won by default. Like he won as a process of elimination situation. Like he didn't actually win. He won because he was the only eligible winner.
The most basic level.
He was running against himself.
This chick. Some broad.
All right, here we go. Dina, you're starting this one.
Yourself back to 1930.
Okay.
All right. The words are wrist, elevator, and dig. 30 seconds on the clock starts now.
A murder mystery. The only identifiable feature is the tattoo on her wrist. Allegedly, the elevator crashed and buried her. What's the third word? Oh my fuck. And dug her own grave with the rubble. They had to dig her out of her grave with the rubble of the elevator. And the great detective Longwiener, Officer Longwiener, is on the case to solve her mystery. Could it be an ex-lover? Stay tuned to find out.
Yes!
The Officer Longwiener murder mystery.
That was killer. Okay, Rance, you're up next.
That was good. Oh, God. Okay, here we go.
The words are wrist, elevator, and dig. Your time starts now.
Oh, the man was on the elevator all alone when all of a sudden off his wrist falls a small, tiny bit of flesh, because we all know that he's come back from the grave, digging himself out of it to take vengeance on the woman who wronged him.
9 seconds.
And I don't know what's coming next. He fucking goes, there's no love in the ocean.
And then the Tyrannosaurus Rex is founded. We repopulated
That's the tagline, baby.
Yeah, that's literally on the poster, guys. There's no love in the ocean.
My brain stopped working. I put a real Daniel on that one. Like I just stared.
There was crickets.
As the words were going to occur.
Dead air. Okay, Daniel, the words are wrist, elevator, and dig. Your 30 seconds starts now.
In the 1960s, a jazz musician got on stage and he was the first one to say, "Yo, can you dig it?" With a flick of his wrist, an elevator appears. And that's the last time the world saw real magic. Now, 30, maybe even 40 years later, going back to the same jazz club, the magician's great-great-grandson has to find out, is magic real? And is there love in the ocean?
Good timing.
Hey, add more time.
Damn, I like that.
That was quite good.
Never mind. I won't ruin that.
Dina, what were you going to say?
What are you going to
Go
say?
ahead.
There's a Christian YA mystery novel that has a similar storyline.
There's not enough done with the 1960s.
Thank you.
Like cool stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like all the bad stuff that happened in the 1960s.
Yeah.
Charmed has some cool episodes about the 1960s.
I've never seen it.
Oh, I've heard good things about it.
First of all, Daniel.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, go ahead. What's happening? Hold on. Do we need one of these? What is it, Dina?
Charmed? You've never seen Charmed?
No.
Really?
No.
We're not really the demo for that show.
Yeah, that's not really.
Yeah, look at me. I'm a blubbering idiot mess of stupid. Like
That's such a good show. I've seen it at least 10 times.
the whole thing.
I mean, would you also be shocked to learn I've never watched Gilmore Girls, Dina?
Okay, but that's actually okay. It's hyper
That's a little
over dramatic,
surprising.
but it's got some good dialogue, man. It's got some good back and forth.
I like the Gilmore Girls.
Very witty.
That's a good.
A lot like Nothing Special coming out in 2023.
What a push. I heard you guys also have a store. Is that real?
It is.
Where can people find the store?
DMIWpodcast.com/store.
What?
You know what? So much confidence in that. I love it.
What? Dina?
Am I wrong?
No.
.com? .store?
No, it's not
Okay.
.store.
Oh, no.
It's DMIWpodcast.com/store.
Yeah, we changed it, Rand. Sorry, buddy.
Oh my God, I'm so confused, guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
No,
Lost Boys
it's
Press
only
dot
ever been two things,
shop.
you guys. When we had it before, it was store.don'tmakeitweird.net for a long
Guys,
time. And then I put the
did
new
hear-
website up and redid the store.
I did hear there's no love in the ocean, though. So
Dude, Rance, I need you to make
Oh, our
one of
Father's Day
your
merch is
I need you
still
to
on
make
the
one of your
website. I should
royalty-free
probably
songs about no love in the ocean.
no,
Can you do that?
No love in the ocean. Yeah, I got you. I'm on it right now.
All right.
Sha-la-la-la-la-la.
Doing it. Okay. Can I
Doing
render a verdict for this round, you guys?
Yeah, please.
Daniel, I did like your
Yep.
pitch, but you kind of just stole the historical setup for the magic plot of the movie thing that Rance just did in the last round. And I feel like that was a complete ripoff.
Wow, that feels like a stretch, producer Sean.
I don't think it was a stretch
I
at
kind
all.
of felt it.
The
Really?
whole
But I wasn't
historical
gonna
setup
consider
for the
it.
plot, and then 30 years later, you did like the same thing, but with 200 years later.
Yeah, but I used all the words.
You
You
know,
did
I can
use
just
all the
say that
words.
I
Nothing new under the
inspired you
sun.
with out of your rage.
That's fair.
I
That's fair.
inspired you to create something.
All right. So
You
I've
know-
been eliminated. What do we got, Sean?
I loved Rance's pitch as well, but I wanted more. You left me wanting, and not in the good way. You kind of just,
Jesus Christ.
You only edged.
yeah, you kind of just, you went 2/3 of the way there and then just stopped
didn't-
pumping, baby. I wasn't into it.
I didn't crust up the sock enough, huh? All right.
So, Dina, I was intrigued by your murder mystery story, and that's my winner for this round.
I'm with you. Dina had a good one that
Yep.
time. All right.
All right, so this is the last round.
no-
Rance, you're leading off, buddy.
Oh God, I hate
Okay.
this so much. I'm sweating.
The words are decorate, crayon, and spare. 30 seconds on the clock.
Now? Oh, God. Okay. So when young Stephen finds a magical crayon, he uses it to decorate the inside of his parents' house with every manner of drawing that he can find. But one day when his father is driving to the hospital to be there as his baby brother is born, his tire blows and young Stephen uses the crayon to create a spare and discovers he's got the magic crayon that can create anything that they need in that moment.
Oh,
I don't know. I think I just fucking stole that one from something else. So
no,
gotcha. Plagiarism really happened. Shakespeare did it too.
Absolutely did.
Don't castrate your argument, Rance. All right, Daniel.
Okay.
30 seconds on the clock. The words are crayon, spare, and decorate. Starting now.
This is a children's story, and this is about the time that little Susie was trying to decorate her room and was about to draw on the walls, but then realized she shouldn't. Instead, she pooped on her yellow walls and tried to tell her parents that it was crayons. So she got the parents were a little confused, but that's when she put a spare poop on the wall. This is called 2 poops and a crayon.
I gotta say, your timing has been pretty impeccable the last 2 rounds. Do you have a stopwatch running?
No.
He does. He has his phone.
No, I don't. My phone's face down.
What you keep looking at that same angle for? I've watched your eyes look at that same angle every single time.
I'm not wearing pants, Dina.
Oh my God.
I was waiting, guys.
I was waiting for that whole thing to literally be the exact same story that I told, and then you turned it. With the magic of poop. And that, I'm really proud of you for that.
All right, Dina, you're going to send us home. The words are crayon, spare, and decorate. Your time starts now.
Little Jenny just likes decorating the house for Christmas with her mother every year, and she just wants to help and make her own decorations. So she decides to grab her crayon box and write all over the walls. However, when her dad gets home, without a moment to spare, he gets really mad, and I don't want to say a boost, but he gets really mad at her, and she takes away Christmas, and she struggles to continue to find and understand the meaning of Christmas through adulthood.
That got way fucking dark.
So
I'm sad now, guys.
Christmas sucks, magic crayon makes wheels and poop. Like, that's what we went for.
So
I feel like I'm the most normal in this one.
Daniel,
I'm telling myself I'm the winner. I'm going to be honest.
I'm eliminating Daniel because he just essentially ripped off one of Dina's stories and shoved the words from the game into it, which he does often with our games. So it's kind of like his Joker card. You know what I mean? Dina, there wasn't really a story in there other than that, like, a girl used a crayon and then you tried to like pigeonhole like a Christmas theme into it with 2 seconds left. I did like how you used
some dark Lifetime. Yeah.
That was clever.
Dark Lifetime movie. Yeah.
Listen, the words didn't have to have anything to do really with the plot of the story. You just had to use it in your pitch. So the way Dina used it was great. Rance, you did rip off your story. It's called Harold and the Purple Crayon, and it's one of my favorite stories from when I was a kid. But I love that story so much, I'm calling Rance the winner.
I didn't know that's a real story. That's a real story?
Well, not exactly that, but Harold and the Purple Crayon is a story of a kid with a magic crayon, and whatever he draws comes to life.
Yeah, well, his baby brother was probably never being born at the hospital, and he had to make a tire. So it's totally.
I gave you the Rance. I gave you the win.
You got the win. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Are you telling me that Cassandra Clare ripped off another plot?
What?
Who's Cassandra Clare?
Whatever he draws comes to life?
Here. Harold and the Purple Crayon. It was one of my favorite books when I was a little kid.
Sounds like you got shitty taste in books, though, bro.
It was originally published in 1955. Listen, I'm talking about little kid, like when I could first start reading. Okay,
when you're a little baby.
Yeah, essentially.
And that was the last book Sean ever read.
Plot. The protagonist, Harold, is a curious 4-year-old boy who, with his purple crayon, has the power to create a world of his own simply by drawing it. Harold wants to go for a walk in the moonlight, but there's no moon, so he draws one. He has nowhere to walk, so he draws a path. He has many adventures looking for his room, and in the end, he draws his own house in bed and goes back to sleep. Spoiler alert.
So it's like House of Leaves.
I'm not buying it.
With a kid.
Shannon would never have spoilers like this.
Honestly shocked that nobody here has heard of this book. It's literally been a thing for 70 years. No,
because I read good shit.
All right, Sean, I need you to make a poll and put on there, have you ever read Harold and the Purple Crayon?
Yeah. You're gonna get it. There's gonna be a bunch of folks on Twitter with no personality who are gonna respond. And I'm not talking about our norms, right? Like, I'm not talking about people that we know that interact, like fucking people that you've never even seen on Twitter. I grew up with Harold and the Purple Crayon, and you'd be like, who are you?
Here's why it's problematic.
What if we get the author of Harold and the Purple Crayon? Is he still alive?
He's probably dead.
Fuck, I'm sorry. That's dark.
Look at it's fine. Lots of people die.
Yeah, that was like Victor Malone.
Yeah, everybody dies.
Right,
guys, it blows me away. I by the time the episode is done, by the time the episode is recorded, you're gonna have one person that you've never talked to on Twitter before give you some opinion that is just demonstrative of their complete lack of utter human personality.
Oh God, I can't wait.
Just saying it.
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Because listen.
So,
I've been making my bad little right. Yeah.
This has been Pitch the Story.
Yes, sir. Listen, I loved that game. Dina, was it as bad as you thought it was going to be?
So early.
You liked it, didn't you, Dina? Outside pitching Little Mermaid.
I haven't heard the last 3 sentences you've had.
Dina,
you pitched
the Little Mermaid. There's no love in the ocean, you guys.
There's cake by the ocean, though.
Man.
Oh. Fuck. I really want you to make this song, Ren. All right, guys, it's time. Welcome to another edition of Quigley's Court. And on this week's
it's not Quigley's
court case, it's Quigley's Court. We are going to be discussing whether to fuck Shakespeare. Is that right?
No, that's
not the verb we're looking for per se.
We're not deciding if we should fuck Shakespeare. The debate is
it says fuck Shakespeare.
Like we don't like Shakespeare in that context. Not we are going to fuck or not fuck Shakespeare. It's not to fuck.
I thought it was fuck Shakespeare.
That is not the question
mark.
Good call, Sean. Nice poll, by the way.
Thank you, Bailiff. Anyways, we're going to be discussing Shakespeare. Arguing the pro-Shakespearean side of this debate is a man that knows a thing or two about cum papas. We have Rance Demarius Denton. And on the...
What up? Demetrius.
That's what I said. On the fuck Shakespeare side of the debate is an author, a seasoned shit talker, a skilled marksman, a professional sign language interpreter, and our very own co-host of the Don't Make It Weird podcast. Her debut novel, Nothing Special, hits the bookshelves in 2023. Miss Saurus, Dina Saurus.
I'd like to immediately file an objection immediately. I feel like there's already some bias in this court. I feel there's already some bias in this court.
There will be order in my court, and there is no bias.
I got 3 words for my introduction, and she got like 7 sentences and a plug.
Rance,
Bailiff,
we gave you a big fat introduction at the beginning of the episode. Do you remember?
Oh, you guys also paid me to be here tonight, right?
Yeah. Do you also do you want Daniel to do the same intro again? Because we can do that.
No, don't. Nobody wants that.
Hey, listen, we'll just smash cut in Bobo doing an off-the-cuff intro. We'll just smash cut it in. It'll be fine.
Hey there. It's Uncle Bobo. You might know me as 1/2 of the QBC or 1/3 of the QMC. And I'm just here to say, appearing live on the Don't Make It Weird podcast. He's my buddy. He's my brother. He's my creation partner, and he's one heck of a Shakespeare fan. Rance D. Denton.
Again with you,
creating more work for
volunteering other people to do things when they haven't even been consulted on it.
Bailiff, this is my courtroom, and you will respect the court when we are here.
It's not Quigley's courtroom. Yeah. Jesus Christ, just get to the meat of what the discussion segment is, please.
It's like a puzzle.
So we will be presiding today as our two experts try to tell you whether we should be saying fuck Shakespeare or fuck Shakespeare. Dina, Rance, take it away.
So Dina, what's the deal? Like, I feel like you and Shakespeare don't have a good relationship. So I really want to know, like, why the animosity? Like, not just I don't like Shakespeare, but fuck Shakespeare. No, what's up?
You need to go first. Why do you like Shakespeare?
Oh my God, he's fantastic. Okay, but here's the deal with Shakespeare, though. So let's just put it out on the table. You don't have to like Shakespeare, right? Like, you don't have to love Shakespeare, but I think it's important to identify that Shakespeare has an absolutely essential part of the English canon, like that he created so much of that.
Is the English canon a nickname for his penis, sir?
Yes, it is.
Perfect.
Look, everybody has to read Shakespeare in school, which is one of the biggest problems with it. And so much of the time we come out of the other end of it and we're like, what the hell did we just read? But Shakespeare included a number of things in his plays that at that point hadn't been seen. It doesn't mean that they're perfect, right? But we see things that we had not otherwise seen, characters of color. We have protagonists who are older, Falstaff, older. These aren't just young people. We're seeing people across the spectrum, right? We see women of absolute power. Think about Lady Macbeth in Macbeth. She is a badass, but also his lyrical prose, his poetry. It is the basis for so much. And yes, granted, Shakespeare did quite a bit of what we would consider plagiarization from Holinshed's histories. But at that point, plagiarism is a little different, right? People were just sharing stories, retelling stories. And Shakespeare did a lot of that. I mean, retelling stories that were popular, pretty much codifying them into English drama. And I mean, let's face it, we have some of the most phenomenally diverse story beats from Shakespeare that we just otherwise wouldn't have without. I mean, you can't say there are so many books, so many songs that lend all of what it is that they are back to Shakespeare.
But I think that all of that we have from history in history now from him is just other interpretations, because even freaking his friend Ben Jonson or whatever Ben Jonson, I think.
Yeah. Ben Jonson's a completely failed playwright.
He literally criticized Shakespeare because he had several really good published works and was very highly educated and said, this bitch doesn't even have any control over the language that he uses. His editors couldn't even figure out what the fuck he wanted. So most of what we have today is not even actually what he said. He couldn't even spell his own name right.
Okay, but here's the thing you gotta remember about Shakespeare. I think a lot of people, and I agree, like Ben Jonson, one of his contemporaries, is I think if you think about contemporaries to Shakespeare, you've got Ben Jonson, the hoitiest of the toitiest, right? He's up there. He's a scholar. He knows his shit. And he's sort of bitter and angry that he is not as popular. Then you've got Shakespeare, sort of like the middle class creator. And I'll talk about why I think that's the case, even though he was one of the king's men. The middle class creator, and then underneath him you've got Marlowe, who Marlowe is like he's getting into like bar fights and shit like that. Shakespeare is in high art, and that's the thing I think that we have lied to ourselves about now, because we have so many times misinterpreted Shakespeare. Like, Shakespeare was entertainment. I always say that I think Shakespeare in a way is like the MCU of the late 1500s, the early 1600s, that it's just there to be fun, chill entertainment. And we honestly do look too deeply at it. And that's because the language is so vastly different from ours. But if we look at something like Two Gentlemen of Verona, he's got Launce, who has a whole monologue about a dog who farts under a table, and he has to excuse that. Right? Like the whole monologue is him being like, I love dogs. Here's a story about a dog who farted under a table, and I took the blame for it. He's got the porter in Macbeth, who is talking about, when you're drunk, the first thing to go is basically the control of your pisser. Right? This is a guy who is writing stuff that's meant at times, even in the depths of his tragedies, to make some people in the audience just laugh their asses off. And I think...
But bro, he's cramming so much into those little, like, he's trying to be so fucking funny into these little spurts that is just overwhelming. And then it's super, super, super prosy and metaphorical that this is the exact shit that we literally make fun of people for.
Yeah, but that's also the 1500s.
Society it was for being too much.
The late 1500s, early 1600s. This is like the prime way of sharing stories. But we're still holding him up
to here.
Yeah. It's okay.
If somebody did that today, we would be like, nah, you suck.
Yes, but also our standards for people now are different. Like, we identify that standards back then are what they were.
So the court has a question for you, Rance.
Yeah, I'm all about it.
Oh. The court wants to know, did Shakespeare have syphilis?
I don't fucking know Shakespeare's dick status.
Not much is actually known about his personal life other than he married some girl out of wedlock.
Powdered wigs means you have syphilis. Powdered wigs.
Anne Hathaway, what?
Anne Hathaway.
I really feel like all of his writing comes from the perspective of this lower classman who wanted so badly to make fun of the upper class, but also wanted to be the upper class. So his entire approach to everything just came across as disingenuous.
Oh man,
because he wanted to be them, but he wanted to mock them.
Yeah, but he did so successfully, right? He mocks royalty, but at the same time,
poor language control.
What'd you say? Poor language control?
Poor language control.
Oh no, I think it's phenomenal language control. Oh, when he's simultaneously making the upper class laugh. He's making the lower class laugh, and they're both laughing and they're both reflecting on society through these works, like as two different audiences. I think it's phenomenal language control.
So I'm going to ask a serious question here for once in the court.
Yes.
Okay, hold on a second.
Because a lot of how Shakespeare...
Hold on. Yes. Is this actually a serious question, or are you doing a bit about asking a serious question?
Actual serious question.
Okay.
Are you talking about his dick status?
Proceed. Thank you, bailiff. So a lot of Shakespeare is read in classrooms and consumed as one might consume a book or a novel. Obviously, these were meant to be plays put on. Do you think that there is things lost in translation? Like, do you think that it is worthwhile 100%. To read Shakespeare versus consume it in the format that it was meant to be consumed in?
I think it's something probably Dina and I can both agree on. I can see it in her face.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Yeah, no, these aren't stories. These are plays. These are meant to be screenwrites. And it pisses me off a little bit. And that's another problem that I have is modern society has taken him and elevated him into something that he's not. He was never meant to be this, let's read the story of Romeo and Juliet. Let's read about the rape of, I don't remember.
Lavinia.
Who got raped?
Lavinia.
Okay. Yeah, like let's read about it. It wasn't meant to be that. You were supposed to see.
I got your back, man. I got your back. I'm right with you.
You were supposed to see it on stage. And even then, I still argue that when he was trying to be funny about these super heavy topics, it wasn't fucking funny.
What topics would you say he was trying to be funny about, though, that he wasn't funny about?
He constantly played these quote-unquote jokes, I guess, or cruel jokes on his female characters. Like the fact that Juliet wound up killing herself, and it was supposed to be, like, sad, but also a little bit ironic, like, haha, gotcha. I don't like the presentation of it. I feel like it should have been done completely differently.
Both those kids are complete dipshits, though. So like, and that wasn't their fault. That was the Montagues and Capulets with their absolutely terrible influence on these two, right? They should have been allowed to thrive in the discovery of their own love, which if you say that Romeo and Juliet's a love story, I'm literally gonna throw you out a fucking window. And that's not to you, Dina. That's to anybody else who says that.
Oh no, it's absolutely true.
So bailiff, please warn Rance that he is in contempt of court for besmirching Taylor Swift and saying that Romeo and Juliet is not a love story. You have been censored.
Daniel, once again, not a judge. Just
I've been waiting.
Sustained.
Taylor Swift thinks that she can just roll in a Scarlet Letter reference into one of her songs and just be an absolute like literary pro. Taylor, let's talk.
We're gonna have to back up here because that woman is a fucking genius. She's super educated. She can pull from pieces of history and bring it into the modern era. That is absolute heresy.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that.
Hearsay. Objection.
Sustained.
Yeah.
She can throw a Scarlet Letter in there and be absolute literary genius.
Yeah.
She's actually a doctor of musical arts now as of this summer. So
allegedly.
Yeah, Taylor, step it up, Taylor. Come on, be a doctor. Be a doctor that fixes bodies, Taylor.
Be better than Shakespeare.
Be a real doctor or be nothing, damn it.
Be a real doctor, not a PhD. Look, I do agree, though, Dina.
I'm also kind of surprised because you don't like rape in your stories.
I don't.
But you like Shakespeare.
So here's the thing, though, is that I'm thinking back to, so I think a great deal about Titus Andronicus, which is his first play, right? And honestly, Titus Andronicus is not, for the most part, a great play, but it is a play intended to entertain. What happens to Lavinia in that play is awful. Bodily mutilation. And I'm not saying that Shakespeare nails representation all the time. Let's think about his characters of color, right? Othello, Aaron in Titus Andronicus. These are not characters who are necessarily great representations, but also if we look at somebody like Othello, a person of color with military status, that's an absolutely unheard of thing at that time. Lady Macbeth, damn, the fact that Lady Macbeth is the power behind Macbeth.
Yeah, but it's a dude in that dress, all right?
But Lady Macbeth is still Lady Macbeth.
If he wanted real representation, he would have put a woman on stage.
Different standards of time, though. That wasn't a Shakespeare thing.
Listen, in the 1500s, the ladies, they couldn't act. They couldn't act. They just cleaned their crotches in between scenes.
You get yourself a fresh young boy to put on a dress and play that lady.
No one plays a woman better than a man, all right?
Objection!
Oh, wait, okay. Can we also talk about the fact that he came from very, very lower class, had nothing, illiterate society, educated himself. I'll give him props for that. He educated himself. He, quote unquote, he made it. He raised his status and then didn't teach his children how to read or write.
Is there, can you cite a source on that for me, though? I mean, his son's name was...
I don't have it out of my
his son's name from TMZ.com right here.
Thank you. His son's name was Hamnet, for crying out loud, right? No relation to Hamlet.
Bet he couldn't spell it either.
He just liked ham, you guys.
Here's the other thing, though, is that I think we apply a lot of our own knowledge of how plays are written and consumed back to that. Like, Shakespeare did not give a shit if his plays were published, because they were not meant to be published works. They were meant to be performed works. And it wasn't like they would have a script all printed out and given to everybody. Each person got their lines. They would practice them and know where their cues came from. Honestly, some of the stuff that we have nowadays of Shakespeare, like if we think back to Macbeth, Act 4, Scene 1 of Macbeth with the witches, that's not Shakespeare's language. It is somebody who is in the audience who was like, oh my God, I think I know what he's talking about here. And then that found its way into the folios because, well, record keeping is garbage back then. But I think, like, if we look at Shakespeare as a writer of powerful language, yes, there's plenty of times where that applies, but there's also, like, dude was just writing shit to be entertaining for the time. Didn't ever intend.
He was writing out of his ass. His own peers were even like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you talking about?
That's awesome, though. Good on him that, like, we're still reading this shit.
That's the same thing that he's doing back then that we criticize people for doing these days, though.
What? How though? So there's a criticism of people who create good entertainment just to be consumed. Like, I love
romance must have a happy end, a happily ever after.
Oh yeah, it's part.
Or it doesn't count. Well, he was doing the same thing. He was breaking the norms.
But he was breaking the norms, but he was also applying them. Like, Shakespeare had his tragedies, his comedies, his histories. These things all had to have their specific beats that had to be hit.
So I just a quick insight. I did a quick Google search, and it does appear that, at least from a quick Google, that his kids couldn't read or write. His wife, there's like one thing where she scrawled a signature. So the ones that survived to adulthood, it's believed, even though we couldn't tell for sure, that his kids could not read or write. They were illiterate.
Dude, he was doing too many
plays. He also didn't live with his wife.
Too much opium.
So
okay.
Here's the thing, though, that I'm going to say, though, Dina. I have a question for Dina. Is that okay?
Hold on. Yeah, you can ask that question, but afterwards, let's wrap up the discussion. So if you could kind of lean it in that direction, that would be helpful.
Dina, I'm just curious to know, is this, when you say fuck Shakespeare, do you think that Shakespeare's works themselves are lessened in their power and their influence and their importance in the English canon because he himself didn't necessarily seem to be, as you would see it, a great dude?
So here's why I don't give a shit about Shakespeare.
Okay.
I think that it's I don't really judge the creator and the works as the same.
Sure.
So judging him as a person, he was probably a dirty dog and a piece of shit, like just assumedly. I don't care about that. When I say it's fuck Shakespeare, I'm talking about a lot of his works. And I think that I have an issue with it because not even modern editors can properly get a grasp of it. So why are we forcing it down everybody's throat? And why do we consider that the standard of, this is beautiful storytelling? First of all, it's not a fucking book that you can read. It's meant to be a screenplay. So this is great screenwriting or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I loved when they had movies back in the 1500s.
Right.
That's my favorite.
I hate
Sustained.
You know what I fucking mean.
I do.
We're reading it as stories. We're forcing it down people's throats when our modern editors can't even get a full grasp of the fucking language that he was trying to use. So either he's so advanced that in 2022 we can't even figure out what he meant, or he was just writing a bunch of nonsense and we shouldn't be forcing it down everybody's throat like it's some classical thing to try to like achieve for our own personal needs, because that's how it's presented. Would
you venture to say, though, that someone who breaks into their adulthood and has not had the opportunity to experience Shakespeare in an academic setting has in some way been like they've lost something, like they haven't had the chance to see something that is so canon? Like they potentially
lost. I think it's great that they want to like break into that as an adult. I think that if you're like forced to read it and consume it as a kid, that it's going to go right over your head. It's going to cause a hatred. And so why it's a standard that you're instilling in us.
For in all the things though that we're forced to read in school, why Shakespeare? Why is Shakespeare the one thing that you're angry about?
Oh, I'm angry about a lot of others.
I entirely agree. As an educator, as a teacher, we have to find ways to connect what we know now with our language and how we process language and story. We need to be able to connect that back to Shakespeare. We have to work our asses off. And I'm saying we as people, not as educators, but just in general, like we have to be able to find connections that make teaching Shakespeare relevant. That is on the shoulders of a teacher, of a good teacher. And I can damn well tell you, I'm a damn good teacher.
But how can they do that if we can't even properly interpret it?
So I've got one question.
Can, absolutely.
So I've got two questions. Because one, this is something that I've talked about before. How I was introduced to Shakespeare, like in my high school growing up, was there was actually a book that they gave us where on one page it had the original,
No Fear Shakespeare.
Yeah, and then the other, it has like the translated, a modernized thing. How do you guys feel about that? Like, do you think that that's a good compromise, something that could help kind of make it easier to consume without getting caught up in the writing?
I think it's a compromise, but not equivalent.
Yeah, what'd you say, Dina? Go ahead.
I think it's a compromise, but I don't think it's equivalent.
I think it's a great tool to help understand and bridge that gap between the language Shakespeare was using. And Shakespeare was using a poetic English. Like, nobody spoke like that back then. That's not the way people spoke in the streets, the way that Shakespeare wrote. Shakespeare wrote with the intent for language to be heard as poetry, and sometimes there's a force to that. Just like we talk about forced poetry, forced rhyme, that exists in Shakespeare. But I do think one of the things that Shakespeare did well is he created a roadmap of what really is important. For example, if we look at the couplets at the end of some of his characters' speeches, the couplets at the very end are really all you need. The stuff before it is like information to help guide us in what the character is saying and understanding and feeling, but we really only need that last bit. And when it rhymes, that's when we know that Shakespeare is saying, hey, listen to this. This is the stuff that's really important if you want to be able to continue and follow the story. And in that way, he made it fairly accessible. Like, accessible for what it was back then. You didn't have to hear every line, because the experience of going to see a show like at the Globe wasn't like, let's sit and watch Shakespeare. Like, your dudes down in the pit, they were all drinking, they were having a good time, they were like shoulder to shoulder, like when you're going to see a show, because that's the entertainment that you had back then. Your people up in the upper seats, they were the ones who were sitting like, what is it that Shakespeare wrote about today? I think...
So I'm gonna end with one more question, because otherwise this is
go for it. I'm getting really impassioned. Sorry.
And you're doing a great job, and I love you, and you're beautiful. But our fair Countess Shannon has brought forth a great question, which is fuck, marry, kill. Shakespeare, Christopher Marlowe, or Benjamin Johnson? Both of you, please answer.
Wait, what was this?
I'm marrying
fuck,
Benjamin
marry, kill.
Johnson. Oh.
Shakespeare,
Okay.
Christopher Marlowe, Benjamin Johnson.
Thank you. What a great question.
I'm marrying Johnson. I am fucking Marlowe and killing Shakespeare.
Dina, there is a comic series you might really like about killing Shakespeare.
Wow.
Oh God.
Yeah. Wow, that's really okay. I am killing Johnson because I could not stand to be in a room with that blowhard who wants to just tout his own fame and be angry that he's not as famous as other people. Fuck that. Like, get out of here. He's going to be a miserable fuck to listen to. I'm killing Johnson. I'm definitely fucking Marlowe because that guy lived hard and lived fast, and he died getting stabbed in the fucking eyeball. He's going to die anyway. He died getting stabbed in the eyeball, you guys. Yeah. Like, I'm fucking Marlowe. That guy is I'm going to be hanging from the chandelier with him. I'm going to marry Shakespeare. Like, you know, he's got good income from the king. He sort of knows where
he'll never be around.
He'll never be around. I got to teach my kids how to read, and that's fine. But he'll be bringing in the cash bills. So yeah, that's where I'm going.
Can I say one last thing real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the whole point of writing romance and comedy and things like that is to ensure that your readers, we're saying readers, your audience believes that these things could happen in the world that you've created.
Yeah.
And a lot of his shit is not believable even in his own world that he's created.
Oh, we can tame the truth.
Go ahead and bye.
But that comes down to performance though too. Like, I think Shakespeare only does 50% of it. He creates the words. The performances need to also ensure that we are being drawn into that world. And bad performance is bad performance, right? Like, some of that's on the actors, and some of that is on the language. Like, there are plays of Shakespeare's, and I say something like Titus Andronicus. I love Titus Andronicus. It's his first play. It's not very good. It's also gory as shit and should be gory as shit. There's be a lot of blood on stage. You compare that to something like The Tempest, which is his last play, which is like an honestly really deep exploration of the role of what a parent should be to a child in a child's life. I think that there are times where Shakespeare absolutely nails it. I think the ones that we do read or the ones that we spend more time with. I'm a big Macbeth fan. Macbeth is a short play that absolutely nails what it needs to nail. I think with the right performances, we can be drawn into that world. But also, your actors have to know how to use that language. It was mentioned that like if you have to translate and pick through the fluff to get what it actually means, why is it good? Totally get that. That's part of what the performer's job is to do, is to bring that language and make it believable now.
And I like that final thing. And we will, as always, it's time for my judgment on who won.
There's no judgment.
But this is a Quigley court.
It's not the Quigley court.
Dina, I still love you.
So how do we decide who wins, Bailiff Sean?
There's no way.
Listen,
we can both
we were
have our
just
own
having
opinions.
a discussion. Okay, I think Shakespeare wins, if we're being honest.
He does get fucked and killed, so
He kind of does.
Yeah.
He got
Marlowe
all the
loses
bitches
all
and
the time.
all the king's money. So
Hey, it's Uncle Bobo again. You might recognize me from such projects as the QMC or the QBC. Yeah, and I work with Rance a lot. I know I said that earlier, but hey, it's always worth repeating. Look, out of anybody here, I'm a certified theater professional, so I think that actually gives me a lot of room to discuss Shakespeare. And Rance, sorry, but I got to side with Dina on this one. Shakespeare sucks. Fuck Shakespeare. Like, there's so many ways that I can go into this. For one thing, you guys didn't even really cover the fact that Shakespeare didn't even necessarily write all of his own shit. Like, we're not for sure about that. In 2016, the BBC wrote that Christopher Marlowe, good job, Bob. Christopher Marlowe is co-credited on Henry VI parts 1, 2, and 3 now. So, like, he was one of the co-writers. There's also a large contingent of scholars and researchers who are going back and looking at Shakespeare's stuff, and as of the writing of that article, they had determined that 17 of 44 Shakespeare works were co-written or not fully written by Shakespeare himself. That's a lot. That's a large chunk. And yeah, maybe some of that comes down to folios and people filling in stuff because Shakespeare didn't write them to be read. And I think that's one of the big things that we should be thinking about. I don't think that we need to force it down the throats of kids in school. Between middle school, high school, and college, I read so much Shakespeare that I despise it, actually. I don't like the language, as in I don't like sifting through it. It's not something that we should be handing to middle schoolers. I don't care what level you're on. And honestly, let's just face it. It's 2022. Do we really need to be extolling the virtues of some musty old white dude when there's so many better things that we could be covering? You say that Shakespeare is responsible for so much of the canon in the English language. You know what? So is Latin. We don't teach Latin anymore either because it's a dead language. Coming from a theater standpoint, let's talk about that for a minute. Yes, Shakespeare was intended to be created or to be shown live. And I think that you actually say a large part of your own argument, which is, the argument against you, which is that Shakespeare performed badly is insufferable and hard to understand. And even if it is easy to understand, is it interpreted correctly? We don't know. You know why? Because none of us were around when Shakespeare was writing his plays. Also, Shakespeare is kind of a cop-out when it comes to theatrical production. Again, I think we should be producing shows by people that deserve it. Let's be seeing more August Wilson. Let's be seeing George Brandt. Yeah, I'd love to see Elephant's Graveyard performed more, or some of his other works. The one that you guys were joking about, Anne Hathaway. Brandt had a show that Anne Hathaway starred in. That was a one-woman show about a pilot. Like, this seems like the type of stuff that we should be extolling, not creepy old sexually repressed white dudes because that's what a lot of Shakespeare is. And I actually think I disagree with the ideas of Shakespeare's his representation in his shows, because Othello wasn't intended to be a show about representation just because he was a general who was black. It was actually about the fact that he was a freak, considered a freak because of his color and his he was a Moor. So like that during that time period he was an oddity, not it wasn't representation. I think that going back to the idea of theaters nowadays, they produce Shakespeare because Shakespeare's free. Don't know what to put in your play, your season? Pick a Shakespeare show. Why? Because people will come see it, people will come perform it, and you don't have to pay rights for it. And I think that's a cop-out. As a theatrical producer myself, and I understand it. I mean, it sure, it brings in money and it brings in actors, but is the product really super great? Who knows? I don't know. I just want to say that I think that we should be shifting Shakespeare to the side. I think there's nothing wrong with studying Shakespeare from a intellectual standpoint, but that we shouldn't be laying all our hopes and dreams and understanding what the English language is on Shakespeare. And when it comes to performance, I'd rather see almost anything than Shakespeare. I love you guys. Okay, bye.
Yeah. No, that's very fair. But you want to know what? We need to bring a story to life here, gang. We need to bring the story of Dina to life. Because you have to understand, we are all about storytelling here, and as such, we try to share a fun story each week. So without further ado,
it's story time with Dinosaurus.
All right, guys, we're going back to Dina, fresh out of the.
I just watched that the other day.
Fresh out of the cult, and trying to figure out who I am, how to be social, who my friends are, things like that. I was friends with this girl who I don't remember the name that we gave her, but she was in the same motorcycle gang as Fernando, R.I.P.
Dolores.
So, did we give her the name?
No,
Dolores?
but I'm giving it to her now. She's Dolores now.
She's now Dolores.
All right, I was friends with Dolores. And we were talking about my life and everything and where I'm at right now, trying to figure out and like suss out how to have friends and shit like that. And she goes, you know what you need? You need a party. I was like, you're absolutely right. I've never thrown a party in my goddamn life, but I definitely need one. So
I now know
I invite all
what the original tagline was. This is throwing your first rager, isn't it?
My first rager, yep.
It is.
There it is, okay.
So she spends like almost 2 weeks gathering music for me for a playlist because I had no understanding of any music.
Were you just planning on playing your birthday cards in the event?
Yeah, basically. That's what I was gonna do. Cause I'm happy.
I forgot about your birthday card music.
I love it so bad.
Okay. So she gathers all the songs for me. We've got Britney Spears, Black Eyed Peas. Like, it's getting lit.
It's early 2000s, baby.
It's Fergalicious.
Oh, yeah. For real.
Fergussy?
Fergalicious. And I asked my parents if I can have a party. They say, yes, absolutely. And I was like, but I don't want you guys there. And they were like, we're absolutely going to be there, but we'll lock ourselves in our room and we won't come out no matter what, we promise. My parents are people of their words. They did not break that at all. Props to them because, Mom, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
They should have come out.
The house is on fire.
So
they're like, nope, we said we're not coming out. You're like, the house is literally on fire.
that would have been my dad. He would have been like, nope, she can. He would have rocked in his chair and been like, nope, she can handle it. And my mom would have been out there immediately. Anyway, so I invite all my coworkers from Chick-fil-A. I invite some of the motorcycle gang. I've been trying to sit here and like remember who was there, and I'm only remembering like 3 or 4.
Fernando.
Everybody shows up, and she's taking care of the music. We got surround sound speakers that have only ever played hymn music are now playing like this.
They're bumping.
We're getting down. It's a great time. And I was like, man, nobody's really doing anything. It doesn't look like the parties in the movies. What do I do? And she goes, let's set up beer pong. And I was like, we don't have beer. She goes, wait, you didn't get beer? And I was like, bitch, I'm 16 and no, I didn't get beer. You're 21. You were supposed to bring beer. So there's no alcohol at this party other than what people have brought like for their own cups.
A real rager.
Real rager.
Yeah.
This is why there's no love in the ocean.
Why everybody was like sitting on the couch. There was like a bonfire and everybody was just like sitting in silence. And then we had the pool, nobody was jumping in, and I was expecting people to jump in and shit. So she sets up beer pong and she's looking through the fridge. She's like, there's nothing to put in this. And I was like, I got it.
No.
Let's put lemon juice in the cups.
Oh, God.
So we fill the cups with lemon juice, and we start to play beer pong. Go ahead, Rand.
How much lemon juice did you have? It's like such a hot commodity.
So, yeah, now it is. My parents were preppers.
Oh, no.
So we had a lot.
Doomsday preppers, okay. Yeah.
And you're breaking into the emergency lemon stash.
You lemon stealing
Oh,
whore.
We had a converted garage. We had a shelf of it, and I just took a bunch and I walked out and I was dumping it into cups. So
Hey, other people went along with this?
People went along with it because they liked me.
Fair enough, yeah.
They were like, this is Dina and we know her and like she's innocent, like we'll just go with it. So, and I was like, that's the day that I realized this is
This is the power.
I'm not friends with any of them anymore. So, we're playing beer pong and it's been about an hour-ish. And then people just start to get really, really sick because they've consumed far too much lemon juice. So I literally had people throwing up lemon juice in my bathroom and outside. Like a real rager with alcohol, but with no alcohol.
What do you think that
God.
lemon juice hangover is like?
So hold on.
People came into work the next day and they were still sick.
Jesus
I have
Christ.
so many questions.
While you were talking, I did a little search real quick, and apparently too much lemon juice can cause ulcers, can cause gastroesophageal reflux disease, can cause food poisoning if it's room temperature.
Oh, it had to be. It had to be.
Yeah, like I was gonna say
It
that
was.
shit had to. Yeah, like if they hadn't been, you guys would have when the time came for Doomsday to arrive. Like you would have been like, we're all set. We've survived Doomsday. Now we're all dead because we're drinking this poison lemon juice.
Oh God. And
Yeah.
again, the Queen of the Sink Pickle, who's here in our chat, brings up a great point. How bad do you think that poop or even the pee had to burn?
Oh, it was bad. I remember it to this day.
Oh,
Well, lemon juice is highly acidic, and you'll probably, on top of the acid reflux, you'll probably get diarrhea.
Yeah, you're spraying pulp,
But it'll smell
man.
good, though.
oh, it's gonna smell good. That's how you poop smell, make a poop
It'll
smell good.
smell like clean cleanser.
Oh.
Dina, I'm gonna say that's not on you. You didn't poison this.
It should have been on all
You were
the
just trying to be a good
experienced
host.
adults.
That's all.
Yeah, you were trying to be a good host. Sorry, there's a point at which drinking lemon juice is not fun, and my body goes, bro, maybe it's time to pull back from the lemon juice. Not let me
Bro, and
continue drinking
everybody there
lemon
was
juice.
over 21.
I ain't gonna lose a beer pong today.
Everybody there over 21 should have known better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giving themselves a pledge enema Because like, no, that's not on you. That's on them.
Can you imagine though? Like my future ex-boyfriend was at that party too. Can you imagine the dedication and adoration that these people had to follow a 16-year-old and play beer pong with lemon juice? I think about that all the time. Like, why would you do that for anybody?
If you're gonna choose, but I'm also on the other side of the debate. If you're gonna choose lemon juice, why the fuck not just water? Like, if you're gonna.
Guys,
because I can see the draw being like, oh, you don't want a shot of lemon juice. It makes your mouth pucker and all that stuff. Like it's part of the game. It makes sense.
Guys,
I can see the logic there.
That's what Dolores' mindset was. She was like, yeah, we don't want to do it. So then torture them.
Guys, there's a giant palmetto bug.
She's a nurse now.
That's crawling across.
Don't hurt that palmetto bug. Don't crush it. So put it outside.
I need you to kill it.
No, don't.
I need you to kill it.
Eggs, dude. Put them outside.
Okay. I don't know what this is, but it looks like a cockroach to me.
Yeah, it's like a huge fucking cockroach, and they
just put it outside.
It's coming.
Don't kill it
for me
because you're not going to succeed in it.
Oh God! And then it's
all right, man.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You just squish it.
No, don't. They say that's how the eggs spread.
Are you serious right now?
Horrifying.
Okay. Wait, can we get it like a fact check on that? So that was I always heard do not crush cockroaches because if they bear eggs, that their eggs are so resilient they can actually get stuck on your shoe and like spread that way.
Holy shit, I need to know
that
this
could
now.
be an urban legend.
No, I've killed them my whole fucking life.
Okay, hold on. I got it right here. The crushing in itself doesn't really spread eggs, said Louis Sorkin, a scientist in the entomology department at the American Museum of Natural History. That's because the fertilized eggs aren't likely to survive being smashed by your foot, according to Chad Gore, entomologist for Ehrlich Post Pest Control.
Fuck, that's a name.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad to hear that because I always sort of thought it was bullshit, but
that's from the source is businessinsider.com.
Well, yeah, they know everything about fucking bugs.
His name's
so the first result there. All right.
Yeah. All right. It's time for you guys to get in on the storytelling experience. It's time to choose your own damn adventure. Dina, what do you got for the folks?
All right. I didn't have Rebecca's help this time, so we'll see how this goes. We've got the time I insulted all of my classmates and nobody knew it was me. We've got the dying grandma at the Chinese restaurant. And we've got what happens when Dina goes without water for more than a few hours.
When you did what?
Goes without water.
When I go without water for more than a few hours. Like, I'm constantly drinking water. I drink sometimes more than 2 gallons a day.
Your pee turns into lemon juice.
Oh, God. So Rance, follow your heart here. What, off the top of your head, which one is the most intriguing story to you?
Not the water one.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
So that means it's probably the best one. Sean, what do you think?
Yeah, I was kind of using the same logic as you. Like, it sounds like the most boring one, but there has to be a compelling reason that it's on the list. If we're going by the obvious choice, it's got to be dying grandma at the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, that's got to be.
That's what I would think too.
That's got to be the obvious one. But the most boring one is always the craziest story. That's why I'm personally interested in the water. Guys, since we've got stepbrother Rance on the show here right now.
What are you doing, step podcaster?
I'm stuck.
He's my step podcaster.
All right.
I need you to battle Dina and rock, paper, scissors. I need you guys to scissor each other. I can't wait to see the timing on this.
I know. So that's the thing is I am not going to look at the camera. I'm going to be looking up there when I drop.
I can do that.
All right, so I'll go. I'll count it down. I'm going to call it rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay. Oh, wait. No, hold on. I can't look. Don't. Okay, take your hand away. Because I'm confused because, Daniel, you did that so... am I supposed to still,
do that until I say shoot.
Like, rock, paper...
Listen, I don't care how many times you slap your hand as long as you shoot on shoot.
Yeah,
I shot.
Shoot or shoot.
Okay.
Dude, I shot.
You shot.
Okay,
I
shot
paper,
real good.
Scissors, shoot. That is a victory for Rance.
For who?
And as a winner, Rance, that means that you get to read our cringy calculation.
I get to read?
Yeah, that's
Wait a minute.
We're doing 2 out of 3.
Wait.
Hold on a second.
Wait.
First of all, no, Daniel just wants Rance to do it really badly. So whether or not Rance won, he's going to be like, that means you get to read.
He just created rules.
We're going to do 2 out of 3. You don't do just 1 rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
You do best 2 out of 3. Everyone knows that.
Do I need to put the wig back on? I will put the wig back on.
Seize your time. Seize your time. Jesus Christ.
Quigley Court says that Rance is the winner and therefore should read Cringy Copulation.
Can you mute him?
Yeah, but I like
feel
to
like
not hear him.
I feel like I got okay. I mean, I'm up for anything, you know. I just don't want to take away from Dina's space.
We're doing 2 out of 3.
Okay. Okay, ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. That is a victory for Dina. We're tied at 1. So.
Oh, okay.
Now we're going to put a twist on this. This is what I do with my campers. This is going to be the same rules. This is the same game, except it's Princess, Warrior, Bear. Bear, like this, like a bear claws. A warrior, shooting a bow and arrow.
Daniel.
And princess, a crown.
Daniel, what the fuck are you doing right now?
Just let it happen. Princess, warrior, bear. So, warrior beats bear. Princess beats warrior. Bear beats princess.
Beats princess. Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yep. You guys got that because I didn't.
Yep. Go ahead. All right, here we go.
I didn't either, so I'm just going to trust.
Just put up one of the 3. I'll tell you the winner. Here we go. Princess, warrior, bear, shoot. You guys are both the princess. Here we go again.
Damn straight I'm a princess.
Dina's got a crown. All right, here we go. Princess, warrior, bear, shoot. Both bears. Here we go again.
Jesus, oh, okay.
Princess, warrior, bear, shoot.
I hate it here.
They're both goddamn princesses. This is ridiculous. Princess, warrior, bear, shoot.
Hey, you know what, you guys? We have 2 readings. Dina Why don't you guys just split it?
Dina wins.
Oh, we have to.
So there's no reason to have done any of this.
There is no reason to have done any of this.
To me, one of them is like a half a sentence, and then the other one is like a couple of sentences. So it's
okay.
Okay, Dina won. So Dina, you choose who reads.
Yeah.
Oh, are we not splitting it?
You can. You won. You choose.
Split it. Yeah.
We can just split it. I'll take the sentence.
Okay. You just tell me what to do, Step Bro.
Dina wants the tiny one. All right, Step Podcaster. Hop into those Discord DMs.
Okay. Got it.
Daniel?
Sorry. I was just thinking about Step Podcaster. Every week, we celebrate some of the worst erotic literature in history as selected by the Literary Review, a British literary magazine, in a segment that we call Cringy Copulation. These are real excerpts from real books intended to be taken seriously. This week's doubleheader will be read by Rance and Dina and is from Too Beautiful for You by Rob Little. Rod is a English journalist and associate editor at The Spectre. And he was an editor at the BBC Radio 4 Today's program. So guys, check those DMs.
Okay, so is this my go?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a twist on this one, though. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, well, I stood stock still, paralyzed by conflicting waves of emotion. Eric took that soap out of my hands, lathered up his own, set the soap back in its little niche, and began to wash my arms, raising each in turn to stroke my armpit, down my side, never touching my breasts.
You sent him
Rance,
last.
I need you to stop.
Yeah, you sent him last.
You've done this.
Yeah, this isn't the one I sent.
That's the one I got. I was so into it.
That's not the one. That was a really good one. No, that's not the one.
Oh, you know what happened? It's because hold on a second. Let me explain this. Okay. Daniel sent me this episode's Cringy Copulation before we recorded last episode. So everything's out of order.
So Daniel fucked up again?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Dan, I want to be on your side with this one, man, but you're making it hard.
No.
Hold on a second.
This is yeah.
How is this 2 readings? There's 3 paragraphs here.
Because they're from two different parts of the same story.
Okay, do you want to give me the first word of the second part so I can split this up the correct way?
Boner.
Paul.
Paul is the second part. Okay, so that's the short part.
Paul.
That'll go to Dina.
Yep.
Let's start that over again.
Which one is going on? What are we doing? Am I
We're just
fucking
gonna leave all this in,
something
aren't
up?
we?
Yeah.
Yes!
That's
that.
That's the quarantine book club way.
Okay, so I'm starting with.
Rod, baby, Rod.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait. Hold on.
Nope. What?
So I don't want to give his bio, right? I can't give
No,
his bio.
that's the
Can I give his
bio.
bio?
I grabbed the bio by
Oh,
mistake.
Rod is.
Okay.
No, I want to read
I
it.
can have 10 Bud
I'm on
Lights
it.
and it doesn't affect
I'm on
me.
it. Yeah. I'm gonna get hammered on 10 Bud Lights. Okay, I got it. No. You deleted it.
I've only had 3.
Oh, yeah. Well, clearly it's a problem.
I say that every.
All right, come on. We gotta do this. Let's do it.
All right, we got it?
Yep.
Yeah, gotta rev it up. But in truth, she is conscious mainly of Eddie's penis in her mouth, and in a strange, dislocated sense of the green sunlight still shimmering through the trees around her, totally immersed in this act of benediction and supplication.
Obligation.
Hold on. But in truth, she's conscious. So was she unconscious at some point?
No. She is conscious mainly of Eddie's penis. It's bad wording, but like she is aware that Eddie's
horrible
penis
wording.
is there.
That's the point.
Not like unconscious.
That's why we're ripping it apart, Rand.
She is
Don't
aware.
ruin the joke,
Yeah,
bitch.
she's aware
Oh.
of his penis.
Don't be Shakespeare.
Don't be Shakespeare.
Fucked up.
I just like that it's an act of supplication and benediction. This is
curious.
This is how you
Penis.
praise and pray to the penis.
I'm curious to know though what was before the butt in truth. Like, what was she thinking of before this?
Suddenly, she just becomes aware that a penis
Probably
is
all
in
the
her mouth.
laundry she has to do and the mopping tomorrow.
I drank
After she
so
gets off
much
work.
lemon juice before this, and now Eddie's penis is in my mouth.
Oh
I
my
got high
god.
on lemon juice, and now I'm giving an acidic blowjob. Fuck.
It hoits.
It hoits. Oh god.
All right, Dina.
Instead of pineapple juice, it's
Oh god, can you imagine how terrible? Oh god.
Rance is just
I
sad.
can never
What? No.
that. I can never. Oh no, because they say that pineapple juice makes the male
We know.
ejaculate taste
As a man.
as a man. It's
Yeah,
supposed to make
we know.
it taste better.
Daniel knows from personal
Yeah,
experience.
personal experience.
Good for you, man. I always support you.
But
Everyone loves their own brand, right?
can you imagine what lemon juice would do to that?
Oh man, it'd make it great. It's like a Christmas ornament. It's like
It'd make a
glass going
great
down your
chase after a tequila shot. That's what I'm saying.
Oh fuck.
Just like little Jenny decorating for Christmas.
Oh, this is why Luca.
Dina.
Dina, you're up, buddy.
Yeah.
Slide into them DMs, Dina.
I just want everybody to know I signed up for one line, and now I'm reading a paragraph.
It's like 2 lines.
Paul ejaculates voluminously and with very great force indeed. In fact, he keeps on and on ejaculating, and he begins to wonder if it will ever cease, creating the vast lagoon of semen in the center of the bed.
They caught me with the word lagoon. Everything else up to that, I was like, you know what? I appreciate the language choice. Lagoon?
A lagoon of semen in the center of his bed.
Dude,
It's like
this guy blasted a whole swamp out of his dick hole.
swampy. I don't remember what week it was, but what week did I bring up the TikTok that was so controversial? because people were talking about how some people lay down a towel before they
have sex,
and then other people
that
don't.
was only a couple episodes ago.
That's what this reminds me of. Like, you need a towel because it's a swampy fucking... It's the fucking Everglades afterward. Yeah. Basically, is what he's implying.
It's a big old.
People hid bodies inside my swampy bed stains.
Oh shit!
That's funny. I never actually saw that TikTok thing, Dina, but I saw the one where they lay down the towel like they're gonna have sex, but then they just eat fast food in bed instead.
See, that I like.
Yeah, that's hot.
That I like.
That's hot.
Relatable.
Oh god. I mean, Creature of the Black Lagoon, boys. That's it's now an adult film.
I have something I got to fill in you guys about though.
Fill me in, baby.
Something I said earlier. It was a connection that I had to make where I said, Daniel, you said, well, you were a Civil War reenactor, so clearly you know a lot about Shakespeare, right?
Yes.
We're going full circle now. I love it.
Give you guys some hot historical takes. So there were three. So especially in the 1800s. So it's one of the reasons why, for those of you who are curious, I wrote a book called His Ragged Company.
Hey, it's all about Shakespeare.
There's a character in it. There's a character in it who is a Shakespearean actor.
That's true.
Shakespeare was immensely popular in the 1800s. Why was that? There were 3 books that most every household had if they were able to have books, right? Like if you had books, you had these 3 books. You had the Bible, you had a collected works of Shakespeare, and you had something called shape note singing. So it was like shape note singing is basically music that can be read by people who are not musical, and it's praise music. These are the 3 books that most people had. In the Civil War, before and after, Shakespeare was one of the most popular works that people would have on them. You had performances of Shakespeare in camp. And in the American West, Shakespeare was widely read as a form of entertainment. You had these guys who were out on cattle pushes, and they were driving cattle across hundreds of miles, and they would have Shakespeare in their pocket. And at night, when they would sit down and they would have a few drinks and they would eat, they would read Shakespeare aloud as a tool for entertainment. So there is a really solid connection between your Civil War, your antebellum, and even just post-colonial America and the reading of Shakespeare.
That is really fascinating. I did not know that. Well, thank you, Rance. I appreciate you sharing that.
No problem. I got your back. I know stupid shit.
Hey, it's
courtesy
a good
of
one,
the
Rance.
Fuck Patrol.
Here comes the Fuck Patrol. But guys, if you got weird takes and you want to give us, your thoughts on Bill Shakespeare over here, or whatever his name is, you can drop us a line at #WeirdTakes. Or you can give us a voicemail call at 347-69-WEIRD. That's 347-699-3473. Oh, guys, this has been another beautiful episode. Ransington, you make this. You're my favorite step podcaster of all time.
Nope. Okay, I was good. That was good. That was a good recovery, man. I was about to say nope.
No. But man, this was so much fun. Rance, plug all the stuff that you're doing, because you don't tell people enough. You just show up on podcasts and places and don't give any
I'm bad at plugging myself.
Yeah, you know what? Just go give yourself a quick plug here.
That's what she said.
Hey.
Okay, so I got a few things I want to plug, actually, and I'm going to rattle them off. So if you know me and you're watching this, you probably know I've got a book out there, His Ragged Company, A Testimony of Elias Faust. You can find it on Amazon. It's also an audiobook. Read it, review it. There is a follow-up novella that I intend to have released. My hope is by 2023. We'll see if that happens.
Oh,
you're just gonna casually drop this on us.
We'll see if that happens.
Yourself.
We just did a whole episode, and at the very end, where no one's fucking listening anymore, Rance, you're gonna drop your fucking novella?
Maybe. We don't know yet. We're getting there. We're getting there. Things got to move the right way. Also, though, as you guys know, I'm also on a podcast, the QBC, the Quarantine Book Club, the Quarantine Movie Club, with my brother, my partner in crime, Bob.
We love Bobo. And
Weird Quarantine Party Time, which will be happening again soon. And also, I actually am wearing this shirt specially tonight because for those of you in what I would consider the tri-state area, so Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, anything around there,
Colorado,
we're jumping in Colorado. Indeed, we're jumping into our 7th year of Evil Dead the Musical here in Baltimore. And we have people from all over the country who come out and see it. We've had people from Canada come down and see it, and it is an absolute mess. We dump over 25 gallons of fake blood out on the audience over the course of each show, and it is an absolute fucking blast. We have the best time, so check out Deer in the Spotlight Productions for that.
Do you use lemon juice in your 25 gallons of blood?
We don't.
Incorporate it. Just a drop.
We
Pour
don't.
out a drop for
Actually,
me.
it's all actually Bloody Mary mix, to be honest with
It
you.
is just Bloody Mary mix. I keep it inside my Diva cup. Interestingly enough, though, in this day and age, it's really important and respectful to your audience to ensure that what it is the most non-allergen mix possible. So one of our jobs and intents is when we are mixing up the blood, there is no food product in the blood, but it is also non-toxic.
That's awesome. That's actually really
cool. So real human blood is what you're saying.
Real human.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Perfect. And where can the folks find you on Twitter and social media, buddy?
At Violence Obscene, www.eliasfaust.com, www.thequarantinebookclub.com, or I think it's the QVC. I don't even know. No, www.quarantinebookclub.com. Perfect. And you can look up Evil Dead Baltimore on Google.
So he doesn't know what he's doing.
Do it. I'm the talent, you know.
That's right.
Bob does all the production work.
Sean tried to call me the talent once when we first started this podcast. He's never called me that again.
Retconned immediately.
Immediately retconned that.
The talent happens behind the scenes. It really does.
Talent doesn't get stuck in a washing machine. Dina, where can the folks find you?
You can find me on Twitter at DinosaurusD. That's D like these nuts.
D. Oh, D.
Thank you, Sean.
Sorry, I thought Alex did a good job when he was on, so I thought I would just go.
Yeah, just do it like Alex. Yeah.
I love that you're wearing my pin.
Yeah, I was hoping. I meant to put it on before we started recording. I literally just put it on like 5 minutes ago while you were about to pitch your stuff, but you didn't pitch where you could buy this stuff, t-shirts and pins.
Yeah, because I can't remember where the fuck it's at. Somewhere on my Twitter profile.
I'll put it in the description.
Cool.
And guys, you can find me on Twitter at Dan Q Writes Thing. That's Dan Q Writes Thing in singular. And if you don't believe in the letter Q, then you can just say Dan U.
Hashtag
what's your new website? Yeah, dumpsterdank.com.
I've got a brand new website. If you go to this website,
shout out Nick.
This will actually take you somewhere. This isn't fake. It's dumpsfordank.com, which is a reference.
Compelling pitch, buddy.
Compelling pitch.
I swear it's real.
It'll actually take you somewhere.
It'll take you somewhere. Real. Just don't know if you want to go there. But dumpsfordank.com.
Dumps the number 4 dank DANQ.com.
There's no love in the ocean, though.
No love in the ocean, guys. Producer Sean, where can we find you?
Of your world.
That's a wonderful song. Are you going to put that in your mermaid movie?
Yeah, I am.
Should.
Okay. You can find me on Twitter at ChaseHoldu.
Awesome. And what you eating tonight, bud?
Philly cheesesteak and garlic fries.
Oh my god, it sounds fucking great.
Yeah, that sounds.
It sounds so good.
Yeah. God damn. All right, guys. Well, we are out of here. This is another great episode. We can't wait to see you all again next week. And I hope you guys can find all the love in the ocean. But we're out of here. Jazz hands.
Don't Make It Weird. Hosted by Daniel Quigley and Dina Soros. Produced and edited by me, Sean Holden. Theme music by Amaria. You can find the video version of this show on our YouTube channel or the audio-only version wherever you download your podcasts. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and it helps us out a ton. Have a message for Dina or Daniel? Leave us a voicemail at 347-69-WEIRD and we'll listen to it on a future episode. Thanks for making it weird with us, and we'll see you next time.